Okay, so I wanted to share a really funny thing related to Siri and dictation because as a blind person, it's really hard for us to type using the keyboard on our phones, right? Because um, Apple invented a screen reader. For those of you who don't know, Apple invented a screen reader called VoiceOver. And what VoiceOver does is basically you can navigate the screen, and when you find something, you just touch it and it tells you what it is, right? In order to activate it, you have to double tap. So if you can imagine finding each and every letter first and then double tapping that, it takes like forever to it would take forever to type, right? So it's a good thing they that you can use Siri to dictate to the phone, right? Well, um, I was during this past summer. So those of you who know me well enough will know about my coolest friend, female friend in the world, Hailey, and the fact that one of her favorite pieces in the world is the Bolero by Maurice Ravel. Um, and it's similar because one of my favorite Italian bagpipe makers, zampogne makers, his name was Mazzillo, and his two stepsons, Liberato and Giovanni Palermo, own a set by their stepdad, which is like one of the best sounding zampogne I've ever heard. So I've been trying to prod Liberato into where is that zampogne? I really want it. Where is that zampogne? I really want it. And I'll put a link to a recording of Mazzillo in the description. But it's so funny because I remember telling somebody about either Liberato or Giovanni, um, and I remember some because when you're speaking American English, it does butcher Italian pronunciation. So it literally thought I actually said instead of Palermo, it literally thought I said Bolero, as in Maurice Ravel. And so I had to tell Hailey when that happened, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's the funniest thing in the world I've ever heard." And to prove that to you, I really would like to test it out, and and definitely show you that it definitely, whenever I say Palermo, it actually thinks I say Bolero. So I'm gonna go ahead and text Hailey here. I'm gonna tell her that I'm just doing a dictation test just for the purpose of the recording that I'm making. So,
FaceTime, calendar, dog, messages. Edit, Cassie, Dad, Sony CG Trio.
I have a trio chat with a couple friends of mine and Hailey and myself.
Selected, back button,
Message.
message,
So
text field.
I touched the screen where it says message, and then I double tapped it to go on to find the edit box, right?
Space,
So you heard it say space, right?
space,
It did not type a space. It just tells me that I would be on where the space bar would be. So I swipe to the left,
dictate,
and it says dictate. So when it says dictate, I'm going to double tap. I am just doing this just as a demonstration of how funny Siri can be with its dictation, comma. I'm actually recording as we speak right now, period. But I bet you will remember when I mentioned that Signore Palermo has those Italian pipes that I've been craving for years! Exclamation mark.
attachment, inserted. I am just doing this just as a demonstration of how funny Siri can be with its dictation. I am actually recording as we speak right now. But I bet you will remember when I mentioned that Signore Bolero has those Italian pipes I've been craving for years. Insertion.
Bolero. I mean, what in the world? Like, it must know that I like Hailey so much that it's like, oh my gosh, too funny, too funny, too funny, too funny, too funny.